Good morning, everyone. Let's take a couple deep breaths as we center ourselves. Let's go ahead and expand our solar plexus energy. Make it as big as you know directions. Now make it 6 feet bigger than you know directions. And how's your beautiful body doing this morning? Your body has to change as we go through different seasons. And we're smack at the beginning of November now. That means that we are deep into fall. And if you pay attention to how long the natural daylight goes, 7 o'clock in the morning now, it's dark. And your body knows that when it comes to fall and the winter, it's time to start slowing down. And it's kind of like a time for you to reflect on what you've done and what you need to do in the future. And today being the first day of November, are you wondering about the energies of this month? I want you to send out your tentacles. What does this month energies feel like? Open your awareness. Expand your awareness to 10 miles radius. Now open your awareness to 50-mile radius. Now open your awareness to 100-mile radius. What are you getting? Are you feeling? Are you sensing that great change is coming? With this month. And with change comes transformation. Not transformation of what's out there, but more of transformation of you. Remember, we have said in the past that your point of view creates your reality. It's not the other way around. So, what would it take for you to change your point of view? To be able to be objective to it all. To be the fly on the wall and see it all from all angles. See it all as good, see it all as bad, see it all as just seen. No good, no bad, just is. This is what I often do. I put myself in the other person's shoes to look at an issue. I start with where they come to me at. And what is it that they're seeing that I'm not seeing? Just to gain a different perspective on that issue. Because we all have our points of view. But the thing about it is, you have to be willing to look at it from all angles and not be vested in the outcome. Meaning, it's best if you're neutral through the whole thing. So apparently this month is all about changes and transformation, especially in how we see things. And one more thing, the way how you see things depends on the filters that you have. And those filters are usually created through past experiences. But one thing you gotta get, you're not alone. You can always ask for help. Remember, ask and you shall be given. So as you're looking and going through the month of November, some things might be challenging for you to be neutral or for you to take a different point of view on it. One question to ask: you know how when something is not going right, you say, what's wrong with this? And then the universe tells you everything that's wrong about this. But in reality, you don't care what's wrong with it. What you do care about is, what's right about this that I'm not getting? That's what you care. Because if something shows up that should not, or doesn't work with you, doesn't work for you, asking what's wrong with this not going to help you. Instead, asking what's right about this that I'm not getting is where the key is. What's right about this that I'm not getting? And ask that whenever you have a challenge that you just don't get why keeps showing up. What's right about this I'm not getting? Or maybe you have to acknowledge that you learned the lesson and the universe will not send it again. What's right about this I'm not getting? How many times are you going to be told? How many times are you going to trust somebody who has always let you down? What's right about this I'm not getting? How many times are you going to let people walk all over you? What's right about this I'm not getting? That is a question to ask this month. There are many things that we take. We're passive. And we take and we take and we take. One time, I had done a class, shifted my energy, shifted my potency. Me holding a glass of wine will crack the glass. And it happened twice. And then I asked, what's right about this I'm not getting? Because I didn't pay attention. I didn't remember. Not that I didn't remember, but I didn't really pay much attention to how much my potency had changed after I took the class. And I thought I was the same. My energy was a little bit uncontrollable, which is why the glass cracked both times. Until I asked the question, what's right about this I'm not getting? And then, as soon as I did, came back to me saying, what did you go to that class for? Oh, okay. Gotcha. So pay attention. These energies are going to help you with your creation, are going to help you with your path, transformation, change and transformation. And you will start getting ideas. Restoration of what you need to do to change things. For you, for others, for everybody. The energies will be ripe for you to do that. Have a notebook and a pen or pencil with you at all times. You don't know where ideas are going to come. Because that's what these energies are here for. And then, if something doesn't make sense, don't say, what's wrong with me? Ask that question for a day. If you want to play a bit, and you're going to be shown everything and everywhere that's wrong with you. Isn't that the question that we always ask? What's wrong with me? Or what's wrong with this? But it's not a helpful question. Something is not going the way you should. Ask, what's right about this I'm not getting? You're not receiving the money. You don't have the money that you should to live comfortable. Ask the question, what's wrong? What's right about this I'm not getting? Don't ask the question, what's wrong with this? Because you're going to be given tons of wrong things. Why is it that you have this outcome? Because there's always a value, a benefit to everything that you have around you. Now, once you decide, I no longer want this, then you're going to be able to move on and have different outcomes. And the way to find out is asking the question, what's right about this I'm not getting? See, source is not going to judge you. Creator is not going to judge you. The universe is not going to judge you. The universe is just going to say, source, creator, universe is going to say, oh, that's what you want? Oh, okay. We're going to move all the cogs in the universe to give you more of this then. Yeah. Staying the question is powerful. But the question that you ask is, what's the key in it all? So I want you to sense into November. In a higher frequency energy, with a higher frequency version of you. So what would it take for you to take advantage of these energies in November and change and transform you and everything that you can to your advantage? Creating an unfathomable, an unexpected, and never thought about before future for everyone on earth. Don't worry. Those who want to do the same thing as you will show up. They will come. You don't have to worry about that. And if they're not showing up, ask, what does it take for those who want to build a better future to show up and work with me? Every time you ask a question, just want you to always feel how it makes you feel inside of you. If it feels expansive, it's the right question to ask at this time. If it doesn't feel expansive, then perhaps it's not the right question to ask at this time. But don't forget that opportunities change every 10 seconds. And you just got to stay in the question. And it's time to see the world outside of you, transforming right before your eyes. What would it take, I wonder? What would it take for us to see the transformation before our eyes in November? I wonder. What would it take for us to have tangible changes this month? I wonder. And what would it take for you to be shown that you're on the right path? I wonder. And what would it take for you to trust you that you can have all of this with ease? I wonder. November energies are here. And they're here to help you. They're here to work with you. They're here for you to command. But you have to know what you're doing, where you're going, if you're going to be commanding the energies. So have a goal, have a target of what you want. Otherwise, how are you going to drive from DC to California? From DC to LA? If you don't have a map, you don't have a plan. Same thing. You got to have a plan. You got to have a target for what you want to accomplish in November. And then let the energies work on your behalf. You can command the energies to do what you want. Just by asking questions. And the question of the month is, when things are not what they should be or where they should be, what's right about this I'm not getting? And one thing to keep in mind is, get out of your own way, because we're really good at that. Get out of your own way. And ask for help. Help is readily available for you. You got to ask, though. The gap between heaven and earth continues to get smaller and smaller. Your connection to source is right on target. And asking doesn't take anything away from anyone. You will get messages in your dreams. You will get messages as you walk. You will get messages in the shower. Ideas. Be ready for them. Have pen and paper ready. And have fun. It's all about fun. And be open to receiving. More importantly, please, please, please. Be open to receiving. You deserve it. You deserve everything God, source, creator, universe wants to give you. Now it's time to live in opulence. There's no more need for scarcity, lack. You're not more pious if you have opulence, luxury, wealth, abundance in your life. So it's time to enjoy heaven on earth. Who's with me? And with that, let's take a couple deep breaths as we come back to the present. And when you're ready, rub your hands together. Rub your face and open your eyes.